And if we learned anything in 2020, we learned that we need to be closer to our food and that we are responsible for our food freedom, for our food resilience, and we can take that into our own backyards, into our gardens, into our own hands. Welcome to Food Slain. My name is Michelle and I am your host. And Happy New Year. Happy 2021. I'm sure that you must be feeling pretty good that 2020 is over, but we are not out of the weeds. By no stretch of the imagination, the chaos ensues. There's so much going on. It is just one of those things. We've got to keep it moving. So that's what we're going to do. And this week, we are at it again. But in the next 5 to 6 episodes, we're going to be talking to a bunch of different farmers. And I'm really, really excited about that. This week, we're talking to an urban farmer in Baltimore, Maryland, Farmer Chippy, who is one of the finalists for the Farm Bureau's Ag Innovation Challenge, which I hope you'll listen into that episode and support him and vote for him on Friday, January 8th. There will be a link in the podcast episode. So make sure to check that out because he's really doing some great work in Baltimore, providing free food, helping abate food security for children and elders out there in Baltimore. So I'm super excited to talk to Farmer Chippy. We're also going to be talking to a couple of farmers who have meat CSAs, farmers that are farming for market, like farmers markets. We're going to have a visit from Tanai the Science Guy. If you remember, in season 2, he came on to the podcast to talk about corn genetics and genetically modified foods. And this time he's coming back to the show to talk about nothing other than water and heavy metals, specifically fluoride. So we're going to get into that. We're going to be talking to a founder of a seed company. We are going to be talking to a doctor about hormonal health. And we're also going to be talking to a lovely lady, Jana Short, who is a wellness coach. And she does a lot of work with your mindset. And I specifically wanted to talk to her because I wanted to talk to her about NLP. She's done a lot of work in neuro-linguistic programming, and I wanted to talk about how that impacts our marketing in food, because we all know that that is just a hot mess. And it's a bigger mess than we think it is. In fact, just yesterday I was looking at a documentary about neurolinguistics and marketing, and yeah, it's pretty intense. So I might do a complimentary episode to that. So all of these interviews with these amazing people, amazing farmers, doctors, wellness folks, and I'm going to have Claudia Cometa join me also on the podcast. If you remember, I was interviewed by her for her podcast, Minding Wellness, and she's going to come and visit with me on the podcast. So stay tuned for all of these amazing interviews and podcast episodes coming up with some entertaining folks. This week is specifically Farmer Chippy and urban agriculture in Baltimore at the Plantation Park Heights Urban Farm. So make sure to listen into that. Make sure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Even better, subscribe to my newsletter on foodslain.com so that you get exclusive podcast updates so you know what's coming every week. We are back on the weekly podcast schedule. It is 2021. I'm very, very excited to bring these episodes to you because food security and food insecurity are real things. They impact us. And if we learned anything in 2020, we learned that we need to be closer to our food and that we are responsible for our food freedom, for our food resilience, and we can take that into our own backyards, into our gardens, into our own hands. And that's what's really exciting. A lot of people, there was such a surge in people starting gardens this year that seed companies ran out of seeds. There was a tremendous increase in the purchase of gardening supplies, gardening services, and things of that nature. People just started growing their own food. In fact, my mother started. She'd already been growing some tomatoes and growing some peppers. My sister started growing food. So just people who wouldn't typically be growing their food started growing their food. And I'm really excited to share these episodes coming up. So make sure to listen in, especially this Friday, because Farmer Chippy's going to need your vote for the Farm Bureau Ag Innovation Challenge of 2021. So make sure to cast your vote for Farmer Chippy, and make sure to tune in to the episodes, share them with people that you love, sign up for the Food Slain podcast newsletter so that you stay informed about who's coming on the show, because we do have a lot of really great episodes coming up. So that said, I appreciate you listening in. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, share it with somebody that you love. And until next time, remember to eat clean. And let me just say as a caveat,
because I've been doing a lot of research over the last couple of weeks during the holidays, and this eat clean movement, in some places on the internet, it is just out of control.
Okay, so I don't say eat clean to be one of those people who's just like, oh, well, you got to do it this way. When I say eat clean, I mean try to eat food that is clean and free from toxins, additives, chemicals, preservatives, genetically modified foods. And I'm sure that's how a lot of people mean it, but I just wanted to clarify. Okay, so there we go. Eat healthy, self-explanatory, and love your food. And I'll see you on the other side of the plate. Ciao.